combats, combats. So we've got Sidetrack. We'll have a look at not the shuttle, in the showroom in a minute. So Sidetrack has 8,640 health and could cause 682 damage per second from range. If Sidetrack dies, it turns into a robot form with 8,500 health roughly, with 4 times DPS, and explodes on death. So yeah, something a bit new. That's what I do like about it. And then Decepticons, obviously we've got Growl. And Growl obviously the same, but obviously different stats depending on the start level. So let's have a look at him in the showroom as well. I've got so many max bot. This is obviously a test server, guys. So Grind Time's got this many max bots on his account, but I haven't. We see there he is. There's Sidetrack. That's almost as big as Bumblebee. It's like Bumblebee's a combat bot, isn't it? But yeah, pretty cool. There we go. So let's have a look at Sidetrack in action. We'll see. So we've got Bumblebee here. Let's put Bumblebee down.
Bumblebee.
So we drop Bumblebee.
Deploy.
Thank you. Put Bumblebee down. So there we go. There is Sidetrack. You see there, he's doing damage. So it's a bit like Red Heat in the sense that he sits back, does damage. You can see there. The only problem is he lacks a bit of health. You know, he needs some sort of protection. But once he goes forwards, and there he dies. Then does a robot form. Then he flies in. Look at that, doing crazy DPS. Look at that, takes that cannon down, and then dies doing decent damage.
Autobots, retreat.
So we'll try and show him again.
Crush them. Deploy.
Okay. So there we go. You can just sort of see it there. There's Growl. So there you go. They transform. Look at the damage he's doing. Look at that. 2,300 damage. You see there, making short work of that cannon, and then he dies and explodes, doing, you know, you can see there, did about 2.5k damage. So yeah, not bad. So my take on it. So this is the problem I've got. So some people will say blasphemy, but again, if you watch the channel, you know this already. It's nothing new. I don't like Dazzle Strike. I don't like. We're gonna find him. I don't like Lionizer either. I thought I had Lionizer somewhere, but I don't like Lionizer. And I don't like this guy either. Sidetrack and Growl. And for the simple reason is, I don't like bots that give you an advantage or something when the combat dies. I also don't like Onyx. I don't like the Onyx core, because the Onyx core, it gives you a boost when your bot gets to below 40% health, and in the live server my Onyx core is level 15 and I do not use it. So, and the reason for this is that I don't attack or do any sort of attack and think to myself, oh, well, if that combat or that bot dies, then bonus. No, my aim is to keep all 8 bots alive. My aim is to keep all 8 bots at full health. If I could do that, I've done well in a battle, and that's why I use my Cronus, and it's why I use Nightstick, and why I use 2 healers, and I use heal bombs and stuff like that, because that's my sort of philosophy of like, keep your bots alive, keep them at full health, and the rest will sort of work out a bit. It's not as simple as that, obviously. So to have a combat where you're like, it does X, and then when it dies, then it does a lot of damage. But I don't want it to die. And sort of my sort of take on it in playtest was, I'd rather it do loads of damage, and then when it dies, you get a small advantage. You know, with Lionize, you get a DPS increase, but you get it anyway. And then, oh, when the bot dies, you get Lionizer helping you. And I get in some situations that's good, but I don't want that bot to die. And that's what I can't get my head around. You know, Onyx Prime, you know, boost damage of attacks and reduce damage taken while below 40% health. If my bot's below 40% health, I'm getting worried. It shouldn't be. So, again, I get it's got its uses in certain situations, but I don't want these bots to drop in health. Now, if you've got a bot that does drop in health, then this guy's amazing. I can imagine this guy being amazing for Zen farming. If you put him on maybe Goldfire, you know, if you can get it to HQ and very quickly, and then you drop the combat, and then your bot dies, this guy's going to take the HQ out double quick. Doing, what, 2000 DPS? That's going to be crazy, and it explodes as well. I can imagine that really helping people out. If you could put it on cup, but then I won't take top shot off, but you get the idea. If you can get it to HQ, it's going to help you in Zen farm, maybe. It's got its advantages, it really is. When it does die, I mean, it's like red heat a lot. And I'm not a fan of red heat, it's just a DPS increase. But the problem with red heat is that he can lose health over time. Whereas, if you get a DPS increase from, say, Wind Strike, so DPS, you know, gives you a, you know, increased bot damage by 50%. You know, it's a 50% damage increase. So, you know, that's a lot of damage. You know, and that's on your bot. And as long as your bot stays alive, you're going to get that increase. Whereas with the minions, they tend to die a bit quick, and when they do, you tend to find that then it's gone. It's not equipped to the bot, so to speak. It's equipped as in it's the combat linked to that bot, but it's still on the battlefield and still can get hit, and it's still got lower health. So I'm not a fan of red heat for that reason. It's just really a DPS increase. Yeah, you got fire damage, and I know that's where they're going with the game, but I'm not a fan of red heat. I'm also not a fan of, who's the other guy that's just like him, bomb, well, road burner. Again, not a fan of road burner, so it's the same sort of premise, you know. But when he dies, it's great, but I don't want him to die. I want my combat to stay alive. So again, I wanted to take the FFD away and then try his new combat without the FFD. So there's no, you know, there's no unfairness. Because someone said, yeah, it's not really fair that you sort of showed it like that with FFD cores. I was like, yeah, but let's be honest, it is pretty realistic because everyone uses FFD cores. So regardless, it is realistic. But let's give him a go anyway. So we've got elites down there. Then we are, there he is, he's dropped, so there's a minion, you can see there. So you can see he's dying pretty quickly. Obviously the team would be staying alive a bit longer, but then once he transforms, this is where does the damage look. Look at that damage, crazy damage going through the wall, look at that. Crazy damage going through. He's still going, still got his invincibility. And he's running right round the wall, of course he is. But then damage on death as well, there you go, good damage on death. Yeah, he does, listen, he does crazy damage. It really does, guys, when he transforms. But my point is, as I said before, I don't like Lionizer for the reason of, I don't like bots that where you go, oh, when he dies, no, I don't want my bot to die. I don't plan on them dying at all. You know, for me, this is road burner, and then when stuff goes wrong, it turns good. You know, I'm not a fan of road burner either, like I said, so. Let's put his Minerva's healing thing down a minute. So then hopefully we'll stay alive a bit longer. See there, the minions staying alive because it's behind Elita and the healing core's healing him. See there, doing alright damage, but nothing crazy. I mean, that's SG Steeljaw doing a lot of that really, but. No, I was supposed to do equal damage, but you can see there, look. So. Yeah, he's doing alright damage, nothing crazy, but, you know, he's alright. Like I said, he's alright. At this point. Then they're going around the wall like that. Still. And now. He's about to die, but now he isn't. This might actually work in his favour, actually. Because he gets hit there, now. There's invisibility, he's kicked in. And he's died because FFD. The FFD has killed him. I moved the FFDs up so it wasn't affecting, and it still has anyway. Get one more try. We'll go down low. So let's see what Sidetrack will do on sack. So if you're fast enough, send him right in, and the combat will pop surely, or shortly even. There's the combat there, and there you can see there, look, invincibility. Take out the shield gen. Take out the MDS. There you go. That is a nice bit of damage. If you can get straight to the shield gen with, you know, with dropping Growl or Sidetrack and then hitting the shield gen and the MDS, pretty impressive. I mean, you are losing a bot and you are losing a combat. I don't do much else damage, but if you could hit maybe a build bot in with that and take that out, that's some serious value for some, you know, not a lot of points really. You know, really, really impressive. So, yeah, we may see some sort of sack bot sort of make a comeback, but yeah, really impressive.